Welcome to another edition of Boca Behind the Scenes. This is where we peer into the city of Boca and talk with employees that work for the city of Boca, find out what they do. And today we're happy to have Amy DiNorsio, who is a part of the Mizner Park Amphitheater. We're going to talk about the summer series and get all the details on the fun stuff coming up this summer. Amy, welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Great to have you here. All right, let's dive into the summer series. What is that? What does that encompass?
So basically, when things slow down in South Florida, for those of us that live here year-round, we don't have as many things going on. So the city, we have a budget to create some free events to keep things active in our downtown at Mizner Park.
Right.
And it's something basically so we all have something to do on Friday nights.
Sure.
The whole mission is just to have something free for people to come out and have fun and maybe spend a little extra time doing something else before or after.
So what would you say makes it kind of unique for this area? What is unique about it? It's outside.
It's outside in the summer.
And that's okay because it's in the evening. You know, the sun's going down. It's not like at noon where it's blazing hot. So and the setting down there is it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool setting. How many concerts do you have during the summer series?
So it's not just concerts. We have 11 summer series events. They are primarily concerts. Most of them. We basically plan it on a lot of the feedback that we get.
Right.
People love the tribute bands. So that's the bulk of what we do. This year, I think we have 7 of them. Mm-hmm. And we also have, this year we started something new. It's called Grown Up Game Night.
Okay. And
the concept is to have something fun for people to come out and do when we don't have the tribute bands. But it's something, so it's an 80s themed grown up throwback game night. We have a DJ playing 80s music.
Oh, great.
There are oversized games like Pac-Man and Operation, Whack-A-Mole,
like
and LED mini golf.
Yeah.
And that's all free too. Just so we've added a couple of those, and we've had our first one this summer, and we had a lot of real positive feedback about it. So I think the second one's going to be a hit.
You talk about the bands. How do you end up picking the bands each year? Is it you take a look at the past years and see what was the most popular and bring them back? And do you review video or go online and look at bands to maybe bring in some new ones? How does that work?
To get somebody new, yes, definitely.
Okay.
We look at a lot of video and see other places, and we call to see how they've done it other places. But we do have a couple that people always want back. Turnstiles is a Billy Joel tribute band, and they're local. Every year we bring them because people love them. They bring a great crowd. Mm-hmm. They do a great job. We had the Beatles last year for the first time, which we have them again because they were incredibly popular. We had to stop letting people in. That's how crowded the place got. So
well, it is the Beatles.
Yeah, it's the Beatles, but they're not the real ones. I hate to break it to everybody, but yeah, they aren't the real actual Beatles.
It really brings the community together.
Yes.
These type of events that you have. It's something I think everyone looks forward to. What about sponsors, collaborating with other sponsors and other people that are involved in the events?
So we're very grateful to have a lot of great sponsors. And this year we actually have several new sponsors. We have Greco Automotive Group. We have Florida Community Bank. We have the Lumen Boca, which is a new apartment complex coming up. A couple of cool things that are different that we have. We also have a new sponsorship with the Mizner Park Comedy Club.
Oh, yeah. I've been there before.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Yeah.
So Benjamin from the Comedy Club, he's been emceeing our shows. So he comes up, and it's just a great addition to the shows. We're also working with the Funky Biscuit, which seems like a natural collaboration, right?
Yeah.
They've been providing the opening acts before our tribute band.
Excellent.
So that's another really kind of cool collaboration. Then we also have a beer garden. We have featuring Barrel of Monks Brewery and Funky Buddha. So they're sponsoring our beer garden area.
Excellent. What are the challenges of coordinating something like the summer series? What's the biggest hurdle for you and the organization?
For the summer series, it's a little less pressure than sometimes when we have the ticketed concerts. But of course, the challenge is always number one is the weather.
Right.
Right. Number one. That's our biggest.
Do you rely on meteorologists?
We do. We check in with them periodically.
Good.
But our events are rain or shine. But
Right.
I find that really no place has more of a community experience than being outdoors, right? It's just, it doesn't capture the same thing if you went to an arena. That it doesn't have the same community feel. So, we're all in it together. It's hot and it's hopefully not raining, and we all hang in there and have fun together.
So if it rains, the event goes on, unless
Yes.
it's of a severe nature.
We had to delay for lightning would be the
Right.
would be the time. And we have had a delay before, and we've also had the really fun, exciting time of had to evacuate last summer
right.
during one of the summer series.
Right.
Once it cleared the area,
Sure.
people were really game about hanging out outside, and they went to their cars or whatever, and they came back in, and the crowd was still huge after.
Yeah. My point was safety is a concern.
Yes.
So they keep an eye on the weather, and if things get nasty, they help you, and let you know that you gotta take cover right now.
It makes it more memorable. I like to say
Yes, it
that
does,
when there's
doesn't it?
rain or when there are weather
Yeah.
issues, you'll always remember it.
Sure.
You'll remember that time when it rained.
What is the capacity of the amphitheater in that area?
So as far as venues go, because we don't have fixed seating, we call that the general admission. And when we don't have any seating, it's 4,500 people.
Oh, okay. Nice crowd.
Yeah, so it can hold a lot more than you would think when you first look.
What do you do if it, and you mentioned this, if it gets too crowded? I mean, you actually have to turn people away?
Well, we have our trusted fire department. We always have a fire watch on site with us.
Right.
We have the inspectors there. So they help us also gauge the crowd, and they help us make that decision if it's too crowded. And it kind of naturally, especially for a free event, people kind of come and go. It's not a ticketed event where people come in and stay for the whole entire thing. So anytime we've had to stop letting people in, it eases up, and then we're able to let those people in. So we've never had a situation with one of the summer series, but that's a good problem to have, right? Where we have too many people, right? It's a good problem.
It's something to brag about.
Yes.
Like a little bragging thing there. What about if you're coming out, timing as far as parking, any advice in that area, folks getting enough or being able to find parking and to be able to go to the event?
So I always suggest for any event at the amphitheater that the easiest thing, and what I would personally do, you can always park for free at City Hall or the downtown library. It's just a little bit of a stroll, but you get your parking, you get there early, go have dinner at Mizner Park. Right. You're in downtown Boca already.
Not?
You don't have to worry about your parking. You're not stressed out running at the last minute. So that's always my first suggestion to people, because it's right there. So, but when things start at 8:00, you got to give yourself a little bit of time. You need to put a little planning into it, because things do get crowded around dinner time in Mizner Park. It's a little easier in the summer, but just give yourself a little time. We do open the doors an hour early for pretty much every event.
Okay. So make a night out of it.
Make a night out of it. Yeah.
I mean, why not? Sponsors, VIP, any other mention of them and how they're helping you out and sponsoring the events through the summer?
I'm really happy with how the sponsorships have gone this year, and it is great. Pretty much, I think most of them are new this year, which is great, and we couldn't do it without them. It's really wonderful to have them. But I do have, looking forward a little bit ahead to the fall, we do have 2 great ticketed concerts coming up. In September, there's a band called Dashboard Confessional with All Time Low. They're coming on September 27th.
Okay.
And in October, a country performer named Brett Eldridge is coming. So those are 2 ticketed concerts brought to us by Live Nation that we can look forward to in the fall.
Yeah, in the fall.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit cooler, but the summer series is great. Well, congratulations on another season. Looks like you've got a lot of good bands, and you bring back the real popular ones, the Billy Joel, Beatles, big crowds.
Oh, and Prince. We have Prince this year, too.
Oh.
That's a new one. Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Oh, great.
He's on August 3rd.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
Not the real Prince.
Not the real one. So. Amy DiNorcio, Summer Series, Mizner Park Amphitheater, Thanks for talking with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
It's another Behind the Scenes with the City of Boca. I'm Dean Muccio. Thanks for listening here on Boca Chamber Radio.